Hello everybody, Phoenix Deer here. I wanted to give a little update to my channel because if you look at my videos, it's been a while. I mean, it's been a year ago since my last actual uploaded video. And if we're talking about like an actual decent length video that I actually took time to edit it, it's been closer to like 3 years, maybe 4. I figured, I'd give a little bit information of, where I've been, what's going on. But I think first things first, I should probably give a little bit of an introduction, I guess. My online name is Phoenix Deer, but in real life I mostly go by Bishop, which is my last name. My primary joy in life is writing and recording music, as well as listening to it, obviously. About 5 years ago, I decided to get together with a group of friends from high school and create a little band, which I affectionately called The Decent Few. Things were going pretty well. We wrote a bunch of stuff, made some demos, and acquired quite a bit of gear, enough to where we were able to make our own little studio out of a garage. And then we moved into this new house and set up the whole studio in a master bedroom, and everything was going great. We invested so much money into building up this studio. It was amazing. Obviously, before this, we had put out our first album, which was mostly just consistent of pretty early demos and songs that we thought at the time were mixed, but in hindsight, it was like we had no idea what we were doing. So they didn't turn out to what I would call a real professional level. Either way, we put out the first album, we moved into this new house, set up this new studio with a whole bunch of really good gear, and we began making album 2. And this was supposed to be like our first real actual album. Like, this was supposed to be the thing that we bore down on, that we really took proper care to do. We made sure everything was recorded perfectly. We took time to actually think about the lyrics that we wrote. We would make sure to send it to somebody that actually understands mixing and mastering and really has a head on for producing and making this music as good as it could be. And we had every intention of doing that. And it got to the point where we got most of the instrumentals done. I think we only had a few drum tracks of the album left to do, some of the more complicated stuff. And obviously we had a lot of the vocals to do because we hadn't quite gotten to the vocal stage yet. On July 18th, 2025, 6 months into having this new house with this new studio, a fire in my hometown ravaged through the field behind my house, eventually taking my house and this studio with it. I was in the house at the time, and I had just gotten done playing a game of Siege with my friends, and I started to smell smoke, but I didn't really think of anything to it, because where I live in northeastern Oregon, we constantly get a lot of smoke from fires along the Columbia Basin, so it's not really too surprising to smell smoke. And in fact, the only thing that tipped me off that something was wrong was as I was laying in bed, about to start watching a show before, going to sleep, was that my internet cut out. This caused me to investigate what was going on, and as I was about to step outside, I heard a knock on my door. And immediately, a chill ran down my spine as I knew that the fire that I was smelling was not in fact coming from the Columbia Basin or the Columbia Gorge. It was coming from behind my house. With this information, I very quickly collected my things and ran out the door. I didn't even grab shoes. I literally just grabbed my phone, ran to my garage, got my car, and drove away. I only had the clothes on my back, my phone, and my car. Luckily, since I grabbed my phone, I was able to call my parents and let them know that I was fine and not dying in a fire. But everything that we built up was completely gone. In fact, I only had one guitar to my name after all this because I had left the very first guitar that I ever gotten over at my mother's house. Needless to say, it was a very devastating event, not only for obviously traumatic reasons to our own personal lives, but also it was a devastating hit to take for the band, as not only did we lose all of our gear, we also lost a place that we could go to practice and create music. Basically, the entire livelihood of the band vanished within a couple hours. Now, I could have curled up and accepted defeat and just been like, well, I guess this is it. I guess it's done for. But I refused to give up. And in fact, this fire has reignited my passion for creating music to where now I believe that I have to make it work. Otherwise, it'll basically be all for nothing. It will take a while and it'll take a lot of money, but we're working our way back up slowly but surely. We're getting more geared to where we were before. And in the meantime, we'll keep recording different demos and stuff. And I also, along with plans for the band, wanted to try to revive this YouTube channel. Try to see if I could use it to kind of help myself create content in the meantime. My main plan is to kind of do little tidbits of interesting music production and different ideas to try to help myself try new things and learn stuff, as well as trying to educate an audience of what is the inside of music production. A big inspiration for my idea of this behind the scenes style of content that I want to make is a YouTuber by the name of Garbage, who used to make a whole bunch of video game development tips. I don't really have anything else to say. My script ended like 3 minutes ago. But regardless, I hope this video serves as a sign that I'm doing okay and explains why I mean, it doesn't really explain why I've been gone for the last 3 years. I just haven't really wanted to do anything YouTube-wise. But regardless, I kind of wanted to just give this a shot again. I'm going to kind of pull a reverse job of what a lot of music YouTubers do. A lot of them start out doing music and then they kind of progress towards doing other topics. I'm going to be the opposite. I'm going to start out as a gaming YouTuber and progress towards music. I hope to see you all in a video relatively soon. I have no idea even when this one is going to come out. I mean, this one is in October 3rd of 2025, so who knows, it might come out next year. If you guys are down to see some more music-related content in the future, just go ahead and leave a like and subscribe, and I'm sure I'll eventually get around to editing this and future videos sometime. But that's about all I have for y'all. So I will see you all in the next one.